I do my thing in the kitchen. My name is Cord, I'm for the culture, and I'm here with a vision. We here to talk, chop it up. They say the odds are stacked against us. We ain't seen that bet. And the things we do in kitchens, y'all ain't seen that shit. Yes, Lord, let me talk. Listen, man, we here for a good time, not a long time. Matter of fact, we here for a great time. You know, turned into Kitchen Culture Podcast.
What's up, y'all? So welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be making a chicken bacon ranch sub. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button below and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. I know you ain't trying to miss it. Let's get started with the recipe. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these ingredients. So we got a lot of stuff moving around, but it's all gonna be worth it, I promise you. All right, so just stay with me. Here we go. So what we got, you get about 2 to 4 thinly sliced chicken titties. Then we're gonna get some thick cut bacon. So get you about 4 to 6 slices. All right, we're gonna cook this in the oven just so that way we can multitask. Now for our veggies, what we got is some red onion, which we're gonna slice up. We got some tomato, we get some shredded lettuce, and some roasted red peppers and banana peppers. And then also with our bacon, so we're gonna make what we call $1 million bacon. So we got our bacon, like I said before. We got some brown sugar, maple syrup. Michelle's maple syrup. So black-owned company. The owner is super sweet. She is an amazing person. I'm gonna put the link in the description box below if you want to cop this. Like, she got butter pecan flavor. Do you say pecan? But either way, pecan is the right way to say it. But link in the description below. Also, we're gonna add some garlic paste and some crushed red pepper. Seasons for the chicken. All right, so we got a little bit of Tony's, black pepper, and some smoked paprika. Like I said, it's a lot of moving parts, but stay with me, stay with me. So we're gonna make a blackened ranch as well. All right, so with a homemade ranch, you're gonna be using buttermilk, some sour cream, parsley. We got some dill. You can get fresh dill or you can get paste if you can find it. And we're gonna add some blackened seasoning. Last but not least, to give it a little bit of tang, we're gonna add in just a squirt of some lemon. Now we're gonna be putting this on some fresh bread that we're gonna cut up into like a regular size piece of bread. Then we got unsalted butter, some boars and garlic and herb cheese. If you ain't noticed, boars and garlic and herb is gonna be in a lot of recipes. Like, it's so versatile. Last but not least, we got some sliced Colby Jack and some provolone cheese. Let's go ahead and get into it though. First, we're gonna go ahead and start off with our chicken breast. Go ahead and just hit it with a little bit of avocado oil. Then we're gonna add some Tony's on in. Now, keep in mind, Tony's does carry a good amount of salt, so you don't need to add nothing else like Old Bay and regular lemon pepper, all that. I guarantee you don't need all that. Smoked paprika and some black pepper. So we're keeping it simple with the seasonings for this because we gonna already have a lot going on when it comes to the ranch. We got the bacon, that's sweet. You got so many flavors going on. You don't have to OD on this. So we're gonna go ahead and season this. And then just set this aside to marinate, or just set it aside until we finish doing the bacon. All right, so we got our melanated sugar in our bowl. So we'll go ahead and add our maple syrup to it. Go ahead, load it on up. It's almost gonna serve as like a paste by the time we're done with this, all right? Add some of that garlic paste, or a lot. I love garlic paste. Okay. And some crushed red pepper. Get at a quick little mix. Yeah, make sure you get all that melanated sugar at the bottom. So now what we're gonna do is take that same mixture that we just made and put that over your bacon. All right, one thing you can do to prevent having to mess in your baking sheet, line the baking sheet with like some parchment paper, or I grew up using foil, but use what you got. And also make sure you hit both sides of your bacon. Why? Because you're gonna eat both sides. So our oven is preheated to 400 degrees. So we'll go ahead and just pop that in. We'll be ready in about 20 minutes. If you're rocking with the recipe, then I know you're gonna love this. All right. So this recipe is also in my newest cookbook, Kitchen Culture. All right. So we got 90 recipes. Y'all look at me. Hey. All right. So we got anything that you could imagine, right? So we got Nashville hot chicken sandwiches, What else? Let me just crab boil ramen. You know, we got a whole snapper. Just anything you could think of. So the link will be in the description box below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get back to the recipe though, all right? All right, so while the bacon's in the oven, the main ingredient, one of the main ingredients in ranch is mayo. And we didn't have that in the ingredient list, but you know now. All right, and I'll put it in the description box below. Add about 3 good spoonfuls of that. Add a nice spoonful of some sour cream. A garlic paste. Listen, with the cost of garlic paste, you best believe I'm finna roll this tool up and get every little drop out this thing. Blackened seasoning. And a little black pepper. And get some dill, you get fresh, or you can use the paste like I'm using in this case. And get some of that buttermilk. So of course, the more buttermilk you put in, the thinner your ranch is gonna be, so go to your discretion, but start with about maybe half of a cup. Then we're gonna add in the juice from about half of a lemon, just to go ahead and give it a nice little tang. And then just for the greenery, you know what I mean, to add to the aesthetics, we're gonna add in some parsley. Stir that thing on up. Some ghettos. All right, y'all, so we're finna make our chicken breasts. This is real quick, so we're gonna go ahead and preheat our skillet medium-high heat. Then we're gonna add just a little bit of avocado oil to this. All right, so now what we're gonna do is go ahead and lay these chicken breasts on in. Lay it down away from it. Press down just on it a little bit, so that way we get a nice little crust. And we're gonna cook these for about 5 minutes each side. All right, so now we go ahead and flip our chicken. And see, look, it's nice and brown and golden. Go ahead, flip that and then just let it cook for another 5 minutes. Chicken breast is done, so we're gonna go ahead and just set this on the cutting board while we go ahead and prepare everything else. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we don't need this whole onion, right? We're just gonna go ahead and cut this in half real quick, and then just depending on how many onion slices you want, I mean, go ahead and use those. We're gonna slice this in the rounds, whatever size works for you. All right, so with our chicken breasts, what we're gonna do is just go ahead and slice this into pieces so that way it can fit on our sandwich. So I ain't really a breast fan myself, but when it's juicy like this, you got something. We're gonna take our French bread, just take this loaf and cut it into like thirds. Then what we're gonna do is take your knife and run it along the side. Open it on up like this here, or you can go ahead and break it into 2 separate halves. Either way. All right, so first things first, what we're gonna do is go ahead and take our unsalted butter, spread that on both sides of your bread. Take some of that boursin, and then we're just gonna spread that. In this case, you can do just one side, no biggie. Now, get your Colby Jack cheese, add a little slice of some provolone cheese. Now, all we're gonna do is just set this in the oven, and we're gonna bake that at 400 until the cheese is nice and melty. Our oven's preheated to 400 degrees. Go ahead and throw this on in. We're just trying to toast the cheese. It should take no more than about maybe 5 minutes. So now what we're gonna do to build our sandwich, go ahead and add in your shredded lettuce, add in a couple of bacon strips, and whatever order you decide to do this. So go ahead and add your red onion on in, add our roasted red pepper, a few banana peppers. Then we're gonna add that chicken on top. Not really sure if this sandwich is gonna close, but it's gonna be worth it. Over top of the tomatoes, what we're gonna do, get some black pepper, Italian seasoning, and just a little pinch of some salt. Then just add that ranch over the top. Look at that. Alright y'all, so all that's left to do now, go ahead, head to the stove, grab these ingredients, and then share this with 3 people who you think might enjoy this. Alright, but I love y'all, and I'll catch you on the next recipe.
Yes, Lord, let me talk. You tuned into the Chef Core in the kitchen. We here for a good time, not a long time. Matter of fact, we here for a great time. Yes, Lord, let me talk.